The miser's generosity. In a certain village named Rampur, there were two merchants, Jaidev Das and Bhikhu Seth. Jaidev Das was a very generous merchant, and Bhikhu Seth was an arch miser. Many stories circulated about him. People laughed at him behind his back, but he did not know about all that. One day, while returning from the weekly market, he walked behind some villagers. It was a dark night, and the villagers did not know that Bhikhu Seth followed them. They talked freely and exchanged jokes. Ramu, will you light a matchstick? I think something dropped from my pocket on the road, said Govind. Why should I waste a matchstick on you? Asked Ramu, though he lighted the matchstick all right. At this rate, you will soon deprive poor Bhikhu Seth of his position as the supreme miser of our area, observed another villager. All laughed. It seems you fellows are bent upon spoiling our dinners, said one of them. Very well, let us remember Jaidev Das to counter the effect, said another. Bhikhu Seth heard all this. It was a popular superstition that if one mentioned the name of a mean fellow before one's lunch or dinner, one would go dissatisfied with the food. If one remembered a generous man, one would enjoy one's meal. Bhikhu Seth understood that he had become the very synonym of meanness for the people of the area. He felt offended. At the same time, he grew awfully envious of Jaidev. He had a cunning neighbor named Suresh. What is the matter with you, sir? He asked Bhikhu Seth. Why do you look so gloomy? Tell me, Suresh, am I a bad man? Asked Bhikhu Seth. Seth, you are an angel among men. I guess you have heard someone speaking bad of you, observed Suresh. Right, you say that I am an angel, but they think that Jaidev is an angel, grumbled Seth. We can change the people's impression in no time. The best way is to make Jaidev praise you. Then everybody will praise you, said Suresh. But how to make Jaidev praise me? That should not be difficult. Invite him for lunch one day. While you will be talking to him, I will come to you 5 times in 5 different disguises. You should give me 100 rupees every time. Needless to say, I will return all your money to you, keeping only 5 rupees as my fee. But the impression Jaidev will have of you will be worth 5 lakhs, counselled Suresh. Bhikhu Seth's face brightened up. Hurry up, he told Suresh. Invite him for lunch tomorrow itself. Suresh met Jaidev. My master Bhikhu Seth invites you for eating lunch with him tomorrow, he informed Jaidev. Did I hear you correctly? Asked a surprised Jaidev. You have heard me correctly, sir. Perhaps you have heard wrong about him from others, and that is why you feel surprised. My master is a generous man, but he keeps his generosity a secret. In fact, yesterday he completed accumulating a lakh rupees over the last 1 year. To mark the occasion, he would like to feed a generous man. And who but you can be his match in generosity? I have told you the secret. Kindly accept his invitation, said Suresh. All right, I will be there for lunch tomorrow, Jaidev assured. Next day, Jaidev reached Bhikhu Seth's house before noon. Bhikhu Seth showed signs of great happiness and made him sit. Within 5 minutes, a man who looked like a mendicant came begging. Have I not told you so many times that you must not approach me for help when others are there around me? Asked Bhikhu Seth, and he gave him 100 rupees. After 10 minutes, a man looking like an alien met him and said, I am a traveler from the distant Nagbhumi. I lost all my money to burglars. Someone told me that there are only two persons in this area who can help me. One is Jaidev Das and the other is yourself. You deserve help, said Seth, and he gave him 100 rupees. Then, as if he spoke in a murmur to himself, I wonder who could have told this man about my habit of helping others. I never let it be known. Within the next 1 hour, 8 more people came to him and each received 100 rupees. After they had eaten their lunch, Suresh arrived. Thank you, sir, for honoring my request, he told Jaidev. As Suresh entered a room, Bhikhu Seth followed him. Bhikhu Seth was anxious to recover his 1000 rupees. But Suresh gave him 500 rupees minus 5 rupees. But you came 10 times and I gave you 1000 rupees, exclaimed Bhikhu Seth. I came only 5 times and received 500 rupees. Then I went home to take bath, asserted Suresh. You cheat, you swindler, shouted Bhikhu Seth impatiently. Seth, don't worry about the other 500, said Jaidev. It is safe with my clerk Ratan. He is a good actor, you know. We suspected some such motive of yours. I will return your money without taking any commission, but give Suresh his due. I must thank you for the lunch. At the same time, I must tell you that the only way to be known as a generous man is to be truly generous, said Jaidev and left. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Do provide your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for listening.